Hi everyone, my name is Shelby and I know I worked with a few of you last year, so I'm very happy to be able to work with you again. BEMP is super excited to be working with y'all in some way this year. This summer you will have the opportunity to participate with BEMP through weekly activities. These activities will give you a chance to get out of your home for a little bit if you can, at least get away from a computer for a little bit, and try to be outside for a bit. For our first activity, we will be looking at something that BEMP's done from the very beginning. That's about 23 years. We'll be looking at the plants around us. And to do that, we are going to be collecting litter fall. Have you ever heard of litter fall before? Litter fall is just any dead material that falls off of plants. So that could be dead leaves, it could be branches that fall off, it could be flowers that fall off, or anything that just would fall off of a plant and onto the ground. BEMP collects litter fall in the Bosque every month and takes it to the university where we have students there and other BEMP scientists who go through it and weigh it and sort it out into the species of plants, different things like that. So we'll be doing something similar. So normally BEMP would use a really large black tub that's really heavy that stays in the Bosque, but obviously, like, I don't have that at my own home, so you can pretty much use anything you have that could be a large tub. It could be like a large bowl, it could be an old pot, it could be some type of bucket that you have, just anything large that could hold leaves in it. So for today, what I'm going to be using is just this little Tupperware that I have. This is the biggest one I have, and the other bowls that I have are all my good bowls. So I want to make sure that those stay good, and make sure to check in with your family beforehand on which bowls are and tubs and buckets like that are good to use. So this one, what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to try to find a place in my little yard to put this. And I have a shared yard with some other apartments, so I'm gonna make sure that I put it in a place that either won't get stepped on or won't get taken, or it's just not gonna be in the way of people. It's gonna be a little bit hidden, or at least just not right in the middle of the way. So I'm gonna go and try to find a place where I wanna put it. And I have this nice tree back here, so I think I might put it between that and then this bush that I have here that might be able to collect some things. So I'm just gonna set it down right here. And what I'm going to do is, I have these rocks down here. This is pretty light, so it could easily blow away in the wind, and I would like this Tupperware container back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab 2 rocks here, and I'm going to put them in there just to make sure it stays down. And that's all you really have to do for this. What you can do is leave it here for a few days or a few weeks. BEMP leaves them out for a whole month and then collects the data afterwards. So whatever you want to do, you could even leave it out throughout different seasons and see how the leaves change throughout that time. And then check back and maybe make a graph or anything like that that you want of your kind of data. But this is the first section that we're gonna do now. All right, so after you are done and the time has gone by on your litter fall tub and how long it's been staying, you're going to collect the data. And so what you're gonna do with that is, since I have a small container here, I'm just gonna pick up the whole container and take it with me. If you have a larger container, you'll probably want to gather the materials on the inside of your bowl and put it into like a paper bag or a smaller bowl, anything like that. You can make sure to keep track of everything that fell into it. So I'm going to take the rocks out that I have put in there previously and make sure everything else stays. I'm gonna take my data. Here is my data. And we are going to analyze it now. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of take a look, see what we got here, what kind of things are around, and then we're going to put it into a fun little graph. So now we're going to analyze our data. So after I've made my graph, I'm gonna look through and see what I have the most of. I know that this is a little deceiving because this is the biggest leaf, so it looks like we have the most of it, but it's still just one leaf, so we know that's just one. So we're gonna go through and count everything else. I only have one of these, but these I have a little bit more of. So let's say I have one, see that's one there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 of those. I have one big leaf, or one big little piece of wood here that has a lot of other leaves on it. And then another smaller piece that goes with it. I have this small piece of grass here, and I have these 3 little leaves on here. So the 2 things that I have the most of are these little white leaves and this plant here. So before you throw your data away, there's something that you could do with it before, and that is make some land art with it. It's something that's really fun and allows you to make art without any materials besides what you can find outside. And if you already collected your data, that is something that you could definitely use. So let me show you what I made. So I made this little mandala. And this has a lot of the pieces for the data that we used or that I collected, as well as other pieces that I pulled in. I pulled in these rocks here and a few more sticks to make it, but I still have our 3 leaves in here. I have our little white seeds in here as well. This one leaf that we got and some of the sticks that fell into it. But I really encourage you to find other things. There's so many things that you could find outside that will make really beautiful artwork. I know there's a lot of really pretty rocks out here, especially that red one right in the middle. So there's definitely lots of things that you can add. Thank you all so much for joining us this week. I can't wait to see some of the artwork that you made and some of the data that you collected. And we'll see you soon.